My dear son and daughter, there is a reason you are watching this video right now, at this very moment. As you hear these words, understand that I am present in your life, reaching out to speak directly to your heart. There is something crucial I need to share with you, something that will change how you view the days ahead. So, I ask you to stay with me until the end of this message, because every word was meant just for you. Before we continue, I have a special request for your heart. If this message resonates with you, if you feel that you needed to hear this, please share this video with someone else who could also be blessed by it. Give it a like to show that you feel my love for you, and subscribe to this channel to receive more comforting words from me. Leave a comment saying, "I believe, Lord, so that I may be abundantly blessed." Do this now, and then we'll move on. I understand that you felt the weight of uncertainty in your heart. There are times when you wake up unsure of what the day will bring, whether things will get better or if you will have enough strength to face another day. That feeling of not knowing what's ahead has taken away your peace, hasn't it? But I want to remind you of something important. I am the one who knows every moment of your tomorrow, and nothing is beyond my control. When you feel tired, exhausted, and unable to find rest for your soul, I am there with you. I am the Lord who restores your strength. Just as the eagle renews its wings, I will renew your energy. You don't have to bear this weight alone, for I am the one who carries your burdens. There are moments when fear tries to creep into your thoughts, telling you that things won't work out, that you're not capable enough, or that the challenges ahead are too much to handle. But I want you to stop for a moment and listen to my voice above all the noise. I am the God who goes before you in every fight. I have already won the battle for you, even before you begin. When it comes to your health, I want you to know that I am in control. Every single cell in your body is under my watch. I created you in a beautiful and unique way, and I know every detail of your body. The worries you've been holding on to about your health, leave them with me. I have the power to heal, restore, strengthen what's weak, and bring energy where there is weariness. When you look at your family and feel the heavy weight of responsibilities, thinking you have to be strong for everyone and handle it all, I want you to find rest in knowing that I am taking care of every one of them too. I am not only your God, but I am the God of everyone you love. Each person you care for is in my hands, and I am working in their lives in ways you cannot yet see. Your home, the place you live, is also under my protection. I am the one who provides safety around your home. When you leave in the morning and return in the evening, I am there, guarding and protecting you. The worries about provision, the things you need to keep your home running, these anxieties, I want you to lay them down at my feet. I understand that sometimes you feel alone, as if no one truly sees or understands what you're going through. But I want you to know that I completely understand. I am not a distant God who watches from far away, but I am right here with you every step of the way. I'm always with you. When you cry, I gather every tear you shed. When you laugh, I celebrate with you. When you can't even find the words to pray, I hear the deep groans of your heart. There are times when you wonder if your life truly matters, if anyone would even notice if you weren't here, if you really have any value. But I want you to understand something crucial. You were created by me with a specific and unique purpose. There is no one else on earth who can fill the role I've set aside for you. You are precious in my eyes, and you are loved in a way that goes beyond what humans can comprehend. When you feel unqualified, when you doubt your ability to face what's ahead, remember that I don't choose those who are already qualified. I qualify those I choose. I am the Lord who takes what is weak and makes it strong, who uses what the world overlooks to accomplish great things. I know you have dreams deep within your heart, desires that sometimes feel so far out of reach that you've almost given up on them. But I want to breathe new life into that hope. I am the one who places dreams in people's hearts, and when I plant a dream, I also provide everything needed to bring it to life. My timing is perfect, and at just the right moment, you will see those dreams begin to bloom. Your worries about finances, about having enough, about paying bills, and about securing your future, these are all under my care. I am the God of provision. Just as I take care of the lilies of the field and the birds of the sky, how much more will I care for you, my beloved child? I know what you need before you even ask for it, and I have already made provisions for you. When life feels too heavy, when it seems like problems are coming from every direction, and you can't see a way out, I want you to remember that I specialize in making a way when there seems to be none. I am the one who made the Red Sea part and created a dry path. I can turn what seems impossible into something possible, and the unlikely into something certain. There will be times when you feel like you're going around in circles, not making any progress, or like you've been stuck in the same spot for too long. But even when you can't see movement, I am at work behind the scenes of your life. Things are happening that you cannot yet see, but they are vital for your growth and the fulfillment of my plan for you. During those moments of loneliness, when your heart feels heavy and you feel disconnected from the world, know that I am closer than ever. I am the friend who will never fail you, the companion who will never leave you, and the presence that is always there, no matter what. I understand the guilt you've carried, the mistakes from your past that still haunt your thoughts. But I want you to grasp the power of my forgiveness. When I forgive, it's not just about erasing the mistake. I cast your wrongdoings into the deepest part of the sea, never to remember them again. You don't need to carry the burden of a past that I have already forgiven. I see the disappointments you faced, the people who have hurt you, the broken promises, and the unmet expectations. I know these things have left scars on your heart, but I am the God who heals emotional wounds. I can restore your ability to trust, to love, and to hope again. The scars might stay, but I can heal the pain completely. When you look toward the future and feel anxiety, when you question whether you'll be able to reach your goals or if you'll have the strength to face the challenges ahead, I want you to find peace in knowing that I have already been in your future. I know every day that is yet to come, and I have already provided more than enough grace for each and every moment. There are people in your life that you love with all your heart, your children, parents, spouse, and dear friends. You carry the weight of worrying about their well-being, the choices they make, and the paths they take. But I want you to know that I love them even more than you do. I am working in their lives as well. Your relationships, the struggles with communication, the unresolved conflicts, and the wounds that have caused distance between you and those you care about, all of these can be healed. I am the God of reconciliation. I can soften hearts that are hardened. I can bring understanding where there is confusion. I can rebuild bridges that seem impossible to restore. When you feel overwhelmed by the weight of responsibilities, when it feels like you're carrying more than you can handle, remember that I do not place burdens on your shoulders that are too heavy for you to bear. And when the weight becomes too much, it is an invitation for you to come to me and let me help carry it with you. Your self-worth, the way you view yourself, and your beliefs about your abilities, these need to align with how I see you. You may see yourself through the lens of criticism, judgment, and comparison with others, but I see you through the eyes of unconditional love, complete acceptance, and a divine purpose. I know there are moments when you doubt my existence, especially when things don't go as you hoped, when prayers seem unanswered in the way you wished, and when silence feels like the only response you hear. But I want you to understand that even in your doubts, I am here with you. Faith isn't about having no questions. It's about choosing to trust. Even with your questions, your prayers are never wasted. Every word you speak to me is valuable. Some prayers I answer right away. Some I respond to in ways you may not expect, and others I ask you to wait for a little longer. But all of your prayers are heard, and all of them matter to me. When you feel lost, unsure of the next step, when it feels like you don't know which direction to take, I want you to remember that I am your guide. I will light your way, even if you can't see the entire path. You don't need to see everything ahead. You only need to take the next step, and I will make sure it is lit for you. The talents, abilities, and gifts I have placed inside you were not given by accident. Every gift has a specific purpose. There may be times when you feel like you're not using your talents the way you should, but I can bring those gifts to life at the right moment. The pressure you feel to meet the expectations of others, to be someone you're not, or to fit into molds that were never meant for you, this pressure does not come from me. I created you to be unique, and I celebrate the person you are. You don't need to be like anyone else. You only need to be the best version of yourself, just as I created you to be. When you feel ashamed for not reaching the goals you set for yourself by a certain age, when you compare your journey to others and feel like you're falling behind, remember that everyone has their own path. I do not work according to human timelines. I work in perfect timing, and in my time, everything comes together just as it should. Your tears are never in vain. Every moment of sorrow, every time you mourn, and every loss you experience all have the potential to become sources of wisdom, kindness, and strength. I can use even the most painful moments to shape a stronger character within you and to give you a heart that is more understanding of the needs of others. I know sometimes you feel as though you are facing battles too big for you, but I want you to remember that you never fight alone. I am the Lord of hosts, and I am right there fighting your battles with you. Sometimes I fight for you, sometimes I fight beside you, but I never leave you to face anything on your own. The changes you are going through, the transitions in your life, even those you didn't choose, can all work together for your good. I can turn even the hardest changes into chances for growth, into doors opening to new opportunities. When you feel small in this vast world, when it seems like your life is just a drop in the ocean, I want you to know that every drop matters. The ocean would not be the same without each individual drop. You make a difference. Your life has meaning. Your existence leaves an impact. And all of your worries about the future, about getting older, about losing your strength, and about not being able to adjust to the changes of the world, those fears can be given to me. I am the God of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. I do not change, and my faithfulness does not fade with time. I will remain the same loving God in your future that I am right now. There are times when you feel guilty for not being more thankful, for complaining when you know there is so much to be grateful for. But I understand the limits of human nature. I don't expect perfection from you, I expect sincerity. Be open with me about your feelings, your struggles, and your weaknesses. I prefer your honest imperfections over pretending to be perfect. Your hopes that have been delayed, your dreams that feel out of reach, and the plans that had to be changed, none of this is lost. I can bring dead hopes back to life. I can give new life to dreams that seemed impossible. The time spent waiting is not wasted. It is time spent preparing you for what's to come. When the news of the world discourages you, when violence, injustice, and suffering seem to be everywhere, remember that I am still in control. It may appear as though evil is winning, but I have the final say. Justice will prevail, love will conquer, and light will drive out the darkness. I know there are times when you question why certain things happen. Why do some people suffer more than others? Why is there so much pain in the world? These are difficult questions, and I don't expect you to understand all the mysteries of life. But I promise you, even in pain, I am here. Even in suffering, I am working for your redemption. I know your need for control, the anxiety you feel when you can't predict or change what happens. This struggle of wanting to steer your own life and realizing there are things beyond your control, I understand all of it. Learning to trust me is a journey, and it doesn't happen in a day. Each small step of trust you take builds a stronger foundation for the next opportunity to trust. I want you to understand that there is nothing you can do that will make me love you less. And there is nothing you need to do to make me love you more. My love for you is unconditional. It isn't based on your performance, your achievements, or your ability to impress. I love you simply because you exist, because you belong to me. When you feel like giving up, when life feels too difficult and you can no longer see the point in continuing, remember that your story isn't finished. There are beautiful chapters still to come. Moments of joy, success, and peace are waiting for you. Don't give up before you see the ending I've planned for you. Your silent prayers, the ones you can't even put into words, and the deep desires of your heart that you can't express, know that I understand them all. You don't need fancy words to communicate with me. A sigh, a glance at the sky, an open heart, these are enough for me. I know you've been carrying burdens that don't belong to you, worries about things beyond your control, responsibilities that aren't yours to bear. Much of your weariness comes from carrying weights I never meant for you to carry. Learn to recognize what is yours and what isn't. Carry only what I place in your hands. Your compassion for others, your ability to deeply care for those around you, is a reflection of my heart within you. But sometimes, that compassion can become a burden when you try to solve everyone's problems. Remember, you can love others without having to fix everything and everyone. When you look back at past mistakes, poor choices, or missed opportunities, I want you to know that I can redeem even the mistakes of your past. I can bring good even from the worst decisions. Your past does not determine your future. The failures of yesterday do not limit the possibilities I have for your tomorrow. There are gifts and talents inside you that haven't been fully brought out yet. There is potential waiting to be explored. There are abilities that are still waiting to be discovered. No matter how old you are, no matter how long you felt stuck, I still have new things to teach you and ways for you to grow. Your life touches others in ways you may not even realize. A kind word you spoke, an act of kindness you did, a prayer you offered, these have created ripples of impact far beyond what you can see. You are a blessing to more people than you'll ever know. When the negativity of the world, the criticism of others, and the voices that try to bring you down or discourage you weigh on you, remember that my voice is louder than all of them. I speak life over you when others speak death. I speak of possibilities when others speak of limitations. I speak love when others speak rejection. The moments of joy, peace, and contentment in your life are not random. They are gifts I place in your path. Learn to accept them with gratitude. Savor the good moments without worrying that they will end too soon. Joy is one of my favorite gifts to give my children. I know that sometimes you question if you're on the right path, if you're making the right choices, or if you're living the life you should be living. But I want you to understand that there is not only one right path. There are many paths that can lead you to the destination I have planned for you. I can use any path you choose to fulfill my purpose for your life. The longing for meaning, the search for purpose, and the desire to make a difference in the world, these are all desires I have placed in your heart. You were created for far more than just existing. You were made to live with purpose, to make a difference, and to leave the world better than you found it. When you feel criticized or judged by others, when it seems like nothing you do is ever good enough for certain people, remember that the only opinion that truly matters is mine. I see you through eyes filled with love, acceptance, and pride. You are approved by me not because of what you do, but because of who you are. The pressure to be perfect, to never disappoint anyone, and to always have all the answers is a burden you have placed on yourself. I never asked you to be perfect. I simply asked that you be real, that you be yourself, and that you walk with me in truth and humility. I understand that sometimes you feel like you aren't growing spiritually, like you're not becoming who you should be. But growth isn't always obvious. Sometimes you grow in leaps, and sometimes it's so slow that you don't see it, but you are growing. Every experience, every challenge, and every time you reflect contributes to your growth. The need to be loved and accepted is natural, and it's healthy, but sometimes you look for that love in places where it can't fully be found. As much as people try, they can't completely satisfy your need for love. Only I can love you fully and unconditionally. When you understand this, it will become easier for you to love others and be loved by them. I want you to know that I celebrate with you. When you laugh, I smile with you. When you learn something new, I rejoice with you. When you overcome challenges, I am proud of you. You are not just tolerated by me, you are celebrated by me. The different seasons of your life, the times of growth, the times of rest, the periods of expansion, and the times when things feel smaller, each one has its place in the bigger plan I have for your life. Do not resist the season you are in. Learn to find beauty and purpose in every stage of your journey. When you feel the urge to compare yourself to others, when you measure your success by someone else's standards, remember that everyone has their own unique path. What works for others may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for others. Trust your own pace, your own process, and your own journey. I understand that you want to be sure you're making a difference, that your life matters, and that you are fulfilling the purpose you were created for. But often, the most meaningful impact you make comes from small actions, simple moments and gestures that might seem insignificant, but deeply affect the lives of others. Your vulnerability, your ability to admit when you don't know something, when you're scared, or when you need help, this is not weakness. It is courage. It is realness. It is being true to who you are. I value your honest vulnerability more than any fake strength. When you feel like you're just getting by instead of truly living, when the days seem to blend together without much purpose, I want you to know that even in the most ordinary moments, I am at work. Sometimes, those routine times are needed to strengthen what you've already learned and prepare you for what's coming next. I know your secrets, your deepest thoughts, and the parts of you that you keep hidden from others. Even knowing all of this, I continue to love you completely. There is nothing about you that could surprise me or make me turn away. My love for you is not based on your ability to impress me, but on my nature of love. Your search for peace, for a place where your soul can rest, and for a safe space where you can be yourself without fear of judgment. This search is found in me. I am your peace. I am your safe place. In me you can rest fully. When you feel weighed down by the responsibilities of adulthood, when you long for the simplicity of childhood, remember that I am your refuge. When you wonder when life became so difficult, remember that I can bring simplicity into the middle of complexity. I can bring clarity in the middle of confusion. I can bring peace in the middle of chaos. Your dreams that seem out of reach, the goals that others call unrealistic, the visions you have for your future that seem too big, don't give up on them too soon. I place big dreams in the hearts of people because I have big plans for them. What seems impossible to people is possible for me. I know that sometimes you feel like you're not spiritual enough, like you should pray more, read more, be more involved, or be more religious. But what matters to me is your sincerity, not your rituals. I care more about an honest, open heart than about going through empty motions. Come to me just as you are, not as you think you should be. Your ability to forgive, both yourself and others, is one of the most powerful things you can develop. Forgiveness is not something you do for those who hurt you. It is a gift you give to yourself. When you forgive, you free yourself to live fully again. When you look ahead and feel worried about what may come, about the changes ahead, and the challenges you will face, remember that I have already been in your future. I have already prepared the grace you will need for every situation that lies ahead. You don't have to worry about having enough strength for tomorrow because I will provide the strength you need when tomorrow arrives. Your life is a story that I am writing. And every great story includes moments of tension, conflict, and uncertainty. This doesn't mean the story is going wrong. It means it's becoming more interesting. Trust the author of your story. Trust that I know how to resolve conflicts. I know how to turn tension into victory. I know how to make all the pieces come together in the end. I want you to understand that you are not here by chance. You are not a mistake. You are not just some random event in the universe. You were planned, wanted, created with love and purpose. Your existence matters, and it makes a difference in the world. The world is changed because you are part of it. If this message is touching your heart right now, I ask you to do something special for me. Show your faith by liking this video, subscribing to this channel to receive more messages of hope, and sharing this message with someone you know who needs to hear these truths. When you act in faith, you activate my supernatural power in your life. Your small act of obedience could be the key that unlocks the blessings I have ready for you. The doors that were closed will begin to open, and the paths that seemed blocked will become clear. I am setting a table of blessings for you, even in front of those who doubted you. My favor is on your life in a powerful way, and you will soon feel the real presence of my love in the days and weeks ahead. I know every battle you fought, my dear child. I was with you when you felt rejected, when doors slammed in your face, when the people you trusted walked away when you needed them most. I saw when you struggled to pay your bills, when money wasn't enough to meet your basic needs, and when you had to choose between paying rent or buying medicine. I saw you cry in the quiet of the night, wondering if your dreams would ever come true. I witnessed the times your heart broke because of relationships that fell apart, because of promises that were broken, and from people who said they loved you but walked away when life got hard. I saw when you felt like you weren't enough, when depression knocked on your door and it felt impossible to find the strength to get out of bed in the morning. I was there when anxiety overwhelmed your thoughts, and you wondered if you would ever experience peace again. I knew every night when you lay awake, worrying about your children, your future, your health, and your relationships. I saw how hard you worked at your job, giving your best, yet still didn't get the recognition you deserved. I watched you try to build your business, putting in time and resources into projects that looked promising but didn't bring the results you expected. I know the illnesses that have attacked your body, the diagnoses that filled you with fear, and the physical pain you endured in silence. I was with you when you felt alone, when it seemed like no one really understood what you were going through, when you wondered if you had any value and if your life had purpose. But I also saw something else, my child. I saw your strength from within, your ability to keep going when everything seemed against you. I saw your faith, even when it was as small as a mustard seed, helping you through the darkest times. I watched your kindness towards others, even when you were hurting yourself. I admired your determination to keep trying, even when failure seemed to surround you. I saw when you helped others, even when you did have much to give, when you prayed for others even when your own prayers felt unanswered, when you chose to forgive, even when the pain was fresh in your heart. I saw every act of kindness you showed when no one was looking, every time you did what was right, even when it was hard. All of these moments, both painful and joyful, have shaped you for this time in your life. Every tear you shed watered the seeds I planted in your heart.